biggest complaint by far I get from women are about their arms. It's just an area that I think because you look at all the time and when you dress, you can cover up other things that you don't really like, but especially when it's warm out, covering up the arms is not as easy. So this workout has been insanely effective for me. It's one of the first ones that I created, so it has a special place in my heart. So that's what we're gonna work today. And it works you all the way from your shoulders down to your wrist, which is awesome. Some things you need to know, even though we're working our arms, really important to keep that midsection, your core, the center of your power, tight. It's just important. Grab your wrist, stretch to one side. And by doing that, you increase the strength of your core, and then you also prevent injury, which is really important. Take your fingertips, press them back towards me. I'm super excited about doing this. It felt like the alarm went off really soon after I closed my eyes, but that's okay. I pretty much have gotten to the point where I know how good I'm gonna feel, so I don't worry too much about it, and I pop up out of bed, but it took time for that to happen, and it doesn't always happen. Okay, the first one we're gonna do is triceps. So you're gonna roll out. I want this ball on the upper part of your back. You're gonna take 2 dumbbells above your chest. You're gonna lower them towards your forehead. Don't hit your forehead. Squeeze your triceps to get them back to the top. Okay, so this is forehead triceps. You don't wanna go too light, but you don't wanna go too heavy either. So if you're new, start super light. If you've been working your triceps for a while, push yourself and see what happens. We're gonna do 15. Okay, now the closer you move your knees together, the harder you're gonna have to squeeze your abs. Push up through those heels. Okay, so again, you don't want to hit your forehead. You can go like on either side of your head, or you can just go this far where your elbows are in a 90-degree angle. So see how the upper part of my arm is staying in the same exact position. It's just that my forearm and hands that are moving. 5 more. Oh, this is a really good weight that I picked. It is challenging. These last 3 or 4 should be really, really hard. But your form should still be good, or you need to drop the weights. There's never any shame in dropping those weights, I promise. Believe me when I tell you. Okay, next we're gonna do over the shoulder bicep curls. And so what you wanna do is take your dumbbells and you're gonna squeeze your biceps, put them over one shoulder, then in the others. You're gonna feel this in your forearms also, which is great. I'm gonna start with 10 pounds. See how that goes, because I can always drop down. And we're doing 15. Squeeze. So you're not actually gonna get up and over your shoulder. This is 4. You have got to keep your core tight. You don't want your body moving. I'm gonna drop down now. I felt my form starting to falter a little bit, and I don't want that. So we have 8 more. Feet hip width apart. Remember that core is tight. These hit a whole other part of your biceps. 4 more. These are getting really heavy, but my form is good, so I'm gonna keep them, and I'm not gonna quit. I'm just gonna take a little teeny tiny break and finish my last 2. There is no shame in taking breaks or dropping down in weight, ever. Not on my workouts. I've talked to people who quit doing what they were doing, mainly group classes, because the trainers were just pushing them and pushing everybody the same, and not taking into account that people have different fitness levels from here to here. So you have to account for the people here and the people here. and please them all. And it's easy to do that in this workout because what weight are you gonna do? How many reps are you gonna do? If you don't get through all 15, don't beat yourself up about it. You did more than you did the day you stayed in bed, and you did more than you did probably 3 weeks ago. So it's really easy to measure progress. Okay, so the next one we're gonna do is a shoulder exercise called meet at the top. So you're gonna take your weights, feet hip width apart, core tight, shoulders back, and you're gonna sweep up and sweep down. Okay, so meet those weights at the top. Don't let them hit too hard at the top. I'm gonna start with 8s. I'm most likely gonna have to drop down. Shoulders, you need to go light, so don't try to go too heavy, but even if you do, you'll know soon enough and you can drop down. Squeeze those shoulders, squeeze your core. Your body is still. 10 more. I'm gonna drop down. What you never want to start doing is flinging the weights to get them to the top. This is always a slow and controlled motion on the way up and the way down. Okay, 5 more. These last 3, I know, are a crazy burn. So that's why we take a little break and then we finish. And we don't fling the weights as we get tired. 1 more. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, have a sip of water. And we are going I'm kind of thinking I was going to repeat those, but maybe we'll keep going and then come up towards the top and work our way down. Someone said hello. Oh, hello, Greensboro. I love the South. My whole family's in the South. Okay, let's keep going and then we'll come back. Okay, so next one we're going to do are wrist flexions. So you're going to squeeze your wrists up, turn, squeeze them up. Do not go heavy. I use 5 pounds for this. Always have, probably always will. We're gonna do 15. The rest of your body is totally tight and still. Squeeze as hard. I want the fullest range of motion you can get. 8 more. Drop the weights if you need to. I used to not be able to talk when I did this. Come on. 2 more. Whew. Such a small movement, but mighty. Shake your wrists out. Oh, okay. So what we want to do is you can stand or you can sit on the ball. So I'll demonstrate it sitting on the ball. So you are going to, or you know what, I'm going to stand. I like this one better standing, although you can do it on the ball. So you're going to bring your arms up, you're going to fold over, bring your arms back, and then straighten. Okay, so you're rocking. Elbows start facing me, they go all the way back, and you extend, okay? I'm gonna go with 8 on this one. We'll see how we do. Okay, so you bring those elbows up, back, straighten. I call these rockin' triceps. So just remember, you always want to start with your elbows facing me. Take them back as far as they'll go, and then straighten. Now you have got to keep your core tight to keep you stable. This is 8. I'm going to drop down for the remaining 5. These are such a good tricep workout, but also they really get my heart rate up. Not what people think of as cardio, right? But that's what I tell people, women, who are like, I need my cardio. I'm like, just try a couple of my workouts. Put your watch on, put your monitor on, and see how many calories you burn. Pay attention to your heart rate and you're gonna be shocked. Oh, good morning, Junie. Right after work. I love that. Some people can work out in the evening. That does not work for me. I actually really admire people that can work out in the evening. For me, there's too many things that can get in the way. Okay, so the next one we're gonna do, out then in bicep curls. Feet hip width apart. You can also sit on the ball. In fact, let's do this on the ball. The great thing about the workouts or the exercises that are on the ball is you are having to really keep that core tight in order to keep you stable on the ball. So you're working not just your midsection, which you do standing up also, but even more on the ball. So we're gonna squeeze up and down and then out to the side and down. So this and this is 1 rep. I'm gonna start with 10s because I can always drop down if I need to. Okay, so we're gonna do 15. Now you want full extension. Okay, don't cheat on the extension because that's where you really get your work in. Squeeze up. So you're squeezing when you lower, you're squeezing when you come up. I think we have 10 more. I don't know if I'm gonna make it through all with my 10-pound weights. Okay, I'm dropping down. Again, what's most important to me is not how heavy you weight or how fast you do your reps. What I care about is really good form. So we have 7 remaining. We are gonna feel these tomorrow. Actually, probably today. There's 4 more. My form is good, so I'm gonna stick with my weights. How are you guys feeling? Drop down or drop the weights completely. Two. 1 more. We've got this. Do not quit. No matter what, do not quit. If you drop the weights completely, I don't care, but I don't want you to quit. We don't quit on ourselves. We might quit on ourselves in other areas, but by not quitting on myself here, parlayed into other areas of my life. Deb, oh my gosh, thank you guys for watching and doing them and giving feedback and sharing. I love when you guys share my workouts. That's how I get more followers. And that's how I get more people seeing that, like, you know, you can still get in the best shape you've ever been in your 40s and 50s. I am proof. Okay, so the next one we're gonna do is a wind up. So you're gonna hold a single dumbbell, straighten your arm out to the right, cross it in front of your body, go this way, then that way. So what we're gonna do is 10 on each side. Do not go too heavy, please. This is not about heaviness, this is really about squeezing. You know what, I am gonna start with an 8, because I can always drop down. Okay, hold on, that's my one daughter who has to get up and take a shower. Someone's ringing my doorbell. Hold on. Yes? Who? Oh.
So sorry. I'm sorry. I have anywhere else to go.
this way. Let's alternate arms instead of doing one arm at the same time. What did I do with my weight? Okay. So again, because these are shoulders, we're only doing 10 of these, okay? Your core is tight. 2. Keep going. All these things happening right now. Vivian, get up. Come on, do not release your core. Drop the weights if you need to, or drop down, but don't quit. Okay. Next, close hands push-ups. Don't get afraid of push-ups, and don't let push-ups discourage you, because that's something that's really easy to happen. So with close hand push-ups, I just want your hands right about here. If you're doing them on your knees, modified version, that is totally fine. Don't be on your kneecaps, be on this part above your knee. Again, if you can only go down this far because you are just starting out, that's totally fine. If you do 2 and you can't go anymore, try to stay in a plank. The most important thing is your entire body is tight. So do not forget about that. We're doing 10 of these, so don't get freaked out. Again, if you can only do 2, I don't care. What I care is that you're trying. So straight line from your head to your feet. Your feet are together. If you're on your knees, straight line from your head to your tailbone. Let's go up, we're doing 10. And you're gonna feel these in your triceps. Really squeeze those triceps at the top. Two more. There you go. Triceps, as I always say, triceps never get easier, you just get better at them. Okay. The next one that we're doing. Oh, right, okay. So we're gonna hold dumbbells at our sides, lift them out to the side, rotate them, and then lower. So go super light with these because of the rotation. If we were just doing lifts, we could go a little bit heavier. Feet hip width apart. Squeeze. 10 more. We're doing 15, sorry. See, I'm only using 5-pound dumbbells. That twist adds a whole new level. I think we have 3 more. I totally lost count in working on and thinking about keeping my form. Good. Okay, ready? 1 more. Okay, up and at 'em, girls. Let's go. Okay. All right. It's the realities of being a mom and working out in the morning. That's all I want to say. Okay. So let's go back up to the top, see how much we can get done. Forehead triceps. So we're going to be back on the ball. You're going to lower them down and back up. What did you use last time? I think I used 10s, and those were good for me. What are you going to use? What did you use last time? Take that into consideration. How did you do? Even if you had to drop down, that doesn't mean you shouldn't go back to those same weights. So roll out. Remember, the closer you're driving up through your heels, the closer you put your knees together, the harder you're going to have to work in your abs to keep you stable. So these are above your chest. You lower them down. Do not hit yourself in the forehead, even though they're called forehead triceps. Your upper arm does not move. We're doing 12. gonna do the over the shoulder bicep curls. What did you use last time? I don't even remember what I used. I think I used 10s. Feet hip width apart. We're doing 12. So 1 and 1 is 1. I want full extension when you come down here. Squeeze. I think maybe I dropped down with these. Come on, I know these are challenging. I'm going to drop down for the remaining 7. Come on, squeeze. One more. Woo. Good job, Alexandra. You have got to get up. Remember, you have to leave earlier. Okay, meet at the top. Okay, so standing feet hip width apart, holding 2 dumbbells, sweep, meet at the top. Don't let them hit too hard. Just touch lightly and come down. Core has got to be tight. I'm going to start with my 8s, and we're going to do 12 this time. Squeeze. Now, you are not going like this. You're not jerking your body in any way to get these weights to the top. It's totally by squeezing, and you're going to see your abs come into play. Okay, I'm putting these down, picking up my 5s for the remaining 7. Okay, we have 3 more. We can totally do this. Drop the weights completely if you need to, but do not quit. Remember, we don't do that. Good job. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Next one, we're going to do our wrists again. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Okay, so you're coming up and up. Seriously. Can you please get up? You have to leave. You had your test. No, that means up, going the hands back, and then get going. I might need to cut this one short, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go. Feet hip width apart, we're doing 12. So 1 and 1 is 1. For those of you who are moms, I'm sure you can relate to this scene right now. Try to get kids out of bed, get them started, finish your workout. Then your brother shows up after staying at a friend's house. 3 more. 1 more. Okay, so now we are going to, we're going to go back to our rockin' triceps. So remember, you sweep your elbows until they're pointing at me. You go all the way back as far as they'll go, and then you straighten your arms and squeeze those triceps. I am going to go with 8. See how that goes. Feet hip width apart, core tight. Sweep your elbows up. We're doing 12. Oh. Come on, you've got to keep your abs tight. In fact, your entire core, because you don't want your whole body moving around. Okay, so I'm dropping down to 5s. So you see, dropping down is not a sign of weakness. Dropping down is you're pushing yourself really hard and you're just fatiguing your muscles to a point where your form starts to falter. 2 more. So that's a good thing. So look at dropping down as a good thing. And I will also tell you that you can go up in weights if you're ever starting and you feel like it's not challenging enough. Oh, hi, Margie. Okay, so next we're doing the Alpen and biceps, and then I gotta wrap this up because clearly everyone's moving a little slowly this morning. So squeeze and then out to the side. So we did these sitting before, we're gonna do them standing. I'm gonna start with 10s and see how I do. Full extension, okay? And your core is super tight. Then out to the side. Out to the front, full extension on the down. We're doing 12. Do not start to fling your body. If you're having to move your body at all to get these weights to the top, you need to put them down. So I'm going with my 8, and we have 8 reps left. I thought it was fitting. Oh, I went to the side first, so now I'm going to the front. Okay, squeeze up. Okay, I have 5 more. Drop into the 5s. You do what has to be done to finish. You don't quit. Quitting is not an option for us, right? We fight for ourselves, because when we fight for ourselves, we're that much more able to fight for everybody else in our lives and to be the best person we can be for them, but honestly, most importantly, ourselves. Okay, that's fine. Just speedy pace, baby girl. Okay. We're good. We're gonna go, because like I said, you can totally see what's happening in my house this morning. This is real life. So, you know what? I got up, I did 29 minutes of a workout, almost 30, and I'm happy with that. Okay, pull. My daughter has to get to school early today, and she's just not moving fast enough. Okay, elbow up in the air, pull down into the back, really stretch that tricep because they got beat up today. Roll your ball out, and I want you to get next to it, put your hand on top, and just adjust it away from you, close to you, whatever, and let your shoulders sink towards the ground, and you'll feel a phenomenal bicep stretch. I love this stretch so much. Other side. Both hands in front, let your chest sink towards the floor. And this feels great in your biceps also. Put your thumbs on the front of your hips and just push towards me and release. Again, give yourself a hug, you deserve it. Thank you for getting on with me. Sorry about all the interruptions. Tomorrow morning I will not be on until like 7:30. And it's leg day. So I have a new leg workout in mind, and I might try it out tomorrow, but I don't know if it's ready yet. So if it's not, but I will update later and let you know. Okay, have an awesome day. Bye.